go.
So do you know Aaron Hoynes?
Yeah, I know Aaron.
How would you describe Aaron?
Besides like a queen and also angsty.
Honestly, I don't know. She's very enthusiastic. She expresses her emotions with like rolly body movement. She's West Coast, so she's good people. And I know, maybe not a connection with that bike, but she had a very special connection to bikes in general after being in Amsterdam. Erin was kind of in her element. She was fun, went out a lot, was in a beautiful city, and I think the bike kind of enabled her to really take advantage of the city and do whatever she wanted to do. And it was a blast. I visited her for a weekend. We had a great time. Saw 2 fights at clubs, so it was good.
I'm Liza Tar. I am involved in the case. I unlocked the bike. I was the one who unlocked the bike and just started this whole thing. Yeah, I did do that. I would consider myself a best friend of Aaron Hoynes, whom I betrayed in that moment.
So I came back to school and I got a new bike. It was used, she was this deep forest green. Had some issues, but we worked together, we were vibing.
It's not like the classic red green.
Do you want to see my bike? I'll show you my bike.
Yeah, no, I don't know what it is.
This bike, I bought it today. It is green, it's old, it's used, and it's functional as fuck. Do you recognize this Facebook event?
I do. I created this event. Yeah. And I love it because this photo is from Project X, but it looks identical to KDR. It's hilarious. Essentially, our idea was that we did this really last minute, and we found this photo to basically get people hyped to come to KDR. And there are about 1 billion people in this photo because, you've seen Project X. It's just insane. And so we wanted to recreate that, essentially.
Liza is fiercely herself. She is super passionate, down to throw hands both physically and verbally at all times about anything really, and the best friend, I think, to so many people.
But people were not arriving at the pace we wanted them to arrive at. I need to go to BBM, Big Bear Monday, and rally the people who were there.
Do you know someone named Emma Patch?
I do, in fact, know Emma Patch.
Was she in attendance on the night that the bike went missing?
She was. I spent a good portion of the evening with Emma.
My name is Emma Patch and I'm a student at Middlebury College.
Why do you think that I called you here today, Emma?
I don't know.
Honestly, I would say that she probably would instigate the conflict, but then also shy away, maybe, but I don't really know. She seems like kind of a meddler sometimes.
Yes, I borrowed Aaron's bike, but I returned it after I used it.
You returned it?
I did. I returned the bike. Liza texted me the next morning. She told me that the bike was missing and that we needed to track it down immediately. So I posted in the Facebook group of everyone that went to the house the night before in order to track it down. I feel in no way liable that my personal actions have affected the situation.
Well, I say Octave is generally like a mild to medium tornado. And then when he came to KDR, he was often drinking, which I think made him like probably severe tornado, I think. I'll never forget one time Octave deep-throated a glow stick in front of me about yay big, just because he wanted to. And when I asked him how he did, he said, well, the first time I threw up, so now it's easy.
Last year, I was walking to Russian class in the morning and I saw facilities by this tree right next to the FIC where the class is, and they had a chainsaw and were cutting a branch off of the tree because Octave had gotten someone's bike stuck there, and I don't think it was his own. and he'd gotten the bike so tangled in the tree that they just had to cut part of the tree off.
Oh, and when he gets drunk, he puts on his sunglasses.
Is a fire citation.
Oh yeah, well we set some doors on fire.
And he was burning a bunch of doors, which I don't know where those came from.
Oh, they were in a trash outside of one of the dorms? Yeah, he needed help carrying them out. It was pretty snowy.
Hello?
Hey there, is this Octave Lepinard?
Yes, it is.
Do you have any idea why I might be calling you today, Octave?
I believe to ask questions about a bike that got lost, confiscated, let's say, and then a replacement bike was purchased this weekend.
Well, that is very specific. So, would you say that on the night of May 21st, 2018, there is a possibility that you, per se, got rowdy?
I would say that there's a high chance that I both got rowdy and lit due to this Facebook event.
Okay, so from everything that I've been piecing together in this investigation, I am under the impression that on this night, there was both a final send and there was the final Big Beer Monday of the 2018 school year. I believe that Liza Tarr and Emma Patch took bikes down to Big Beer Monday to gather troops and then came back to KDR, Emma Patch having ridden Aaron Hoyne's bike. Later that night, the bike went missing.
I had been informed that a person rode it to the vicinity of Atwater. It's just that the person riding the bike's intentions and general thought processes.
Would you say that it was you? Were you the person who took the bike?
I think I think a lot of people were in an Atwater suite, consumed those 2 twee bags, then ran out, then someone had to go get more, and we set off on our 2 bikes. This, I believe, is still Aaron's bike. Go, collect more, come back. Upon coming back, this is where it gets locked to the FIC lamppost, which, according to public safety, was where it was finally procured by them. Was at that lamppost, as I did not return to it till the next day, where it was no longer there. Thank you. I'm glad that we both have come to that conclusion.
Yeah.
And we see clearly in this whole affair, which involves a lot of muddled information, if you ask me.
So it seems. Well, thank you very much, Octave. It's nice to have your name absolved.
You're very welcome.
Okay, have a wonderful evening.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. He's not absolved.
Yeah, everything works on it.
B.
Thank you.